Hi everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome back to another card in my masculine versus feminine, or masculine and feminine, series. So this week I am focusing on cards using supplies and then making one masculine and one feminine. And this is the card set from Monday. So I added a lace doily and changed out the color a little bit to make one more masculine and more feminine. But today I want to show you a little subtle difference using, well, you'll see when we get there. So I am using the Happy Birthday from the designer tee. This is the Celebration stamp set. I'm using this little alien from the Yummy in My Tummy. I am using this pattern from the Party Animal Designer Series paper. I've got Pacific Point. So I have two of everything. So I have two card bases that measure 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So this was basically one sheet of paper. I have two pieces of Designer Series paper that measure 4 by 5 1/4. I have two pieces of Whisper White that measure 4 by 5 1/4. I have two pieces at Pacific Point that measures 4 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then two pieces of Whisper White that measure 4 by 3. I'm going to start with these. I'm going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment and our little alien dude so I can set this aside to dry. I'm going to be using my blender pen, and I want to make sure this is completely dry. Normally it dries really, really fast and it's not an issue. But just to be on the safe side. Oh, he's so cute. He reminds me of Mike Wazowski. Actually, this whole stamp set. Sully is the big fluffy monster. And Mike is this one. Okay, oh, a little bit. Flip it over. Oh, thank you for 2 sides to every paper. Let's see where I got. Again, that's why I'm not in love with red rubber, because I tend to be a little clumsy with it. So I'm going to go straight down and straight up. There we go. I'm going to bring in the sentiment. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this as well. And stays on. I think this stamp has a little bit of texture, maybe not. Right. Put these to the side. I'll clean my stamps later. If this was photopolymer, I would clean it immediately. But since it's red rubber, it can wait. Okay, so I'm going to start with my card bases. Make sure I fold them on the score lines. And leave, I normally get them a little bit off. I don't know how that happens because I use I score it with a bone folder, but I'm crooked with everything else. So who really knows? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to know what I'm saying? It's hot in Texas. It's like 80 degrees. We had to turn our air conditioner back on. Whew. I don't guess we're going to get any real winter. We had a little tiny bit that one Friday that closed down the city. But other than that, we haven't had much of anything. Okay, let me go ahead and get my card layers on the inside. You guys would have laughed at me earlier because I couldn't find my snail because it was right in front of my face. It's like, geez Louise, Misty, come on now. Come on now. I love Pacific Point. I think it's a very much underused color from Stampin' Up. And I was so happy to see it in a pack of pattern paper. And I think this pattern paper is perfect for little kids' birthdays. Now one of these cards is going to a kid. I know. Did I forget to trim this down? Nope, got it. Her birthday was actually yesterday. But I didn't, again, with the remembering, I remembered when her birthday was. I mean, it's the same day every year. The problem was my brain remembering to get the card in the mail. And then I was like, oh, I don't really have one made that I would want to send her. So, here we go. Here we go. I believe the other color in this stamp set, or this paper pack, is pumpkin pie. It may be tangerine tango, so don't quote me. Okay, I'm gonna set these to the side, and I'm gonna bring in our little dudes. Now, the color in this paper is crushed curry. You know, let's go ahead and use, I was about to say, I don't like crushed curry, but maybe we should use it. So if you haven't seen me watercolor with a blender pen before, I'm going to burp this stamp pad. So I'm just going to pull it like this. Just go. And then that puts ink on the inside lid. But I'm going to need probably a little bit more ink than that. Aha. So I'm going to pull in a scrap piece of paper. Maybe let's use this one. But even though I'm using the same color, I still need to make sure that I'm cleaning it off before we get started. So the way to clean your blender pen is just to color on a blank piece of paper until you can't see any more color. Alright, so I am not the perfect color person, but I do my best. So what I'm going to do is just pick this up. Now, the thing to know about this is that I am using a regular Whisper White paper, which is not meant to take a lot of water. So just be careful. Perfect. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our layer. These dimensionals are from a paper pumpkin kit. I think I've mentioned that the last couple of times I've used them, but that's why they look a little different. Because they are a little different. I love dimensionals. My favorite way to add, what do you call it? Oh yeah, dimension. Sorry, I'm a nerd. I'm a little bit of a dork. I know you guys are like, Misty, it's the same. What are you doing? Give me a minute, people. cannot rush greatness. With this card, I just want you to remember that you don't have to, rely on outdated societal norms when it comes to what's a girl color and what's a boy color. Girls can wear blue and boys can wear pink. Is that right? Oh, I was going to add a little bit of gray to kind of ground them. Literally. Bring a little smoky slate. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the Holly Berry Punch. You could also use the, actually, no, that's way big. Let's use the Cookie Builder Punch. And I'm going to punch a little bow tie. Not once, but twice. So one's going to be a bow tie, and one's going to be a hair bow. Again, you don't have to, do exactly this, but I think it's cute. And I know my little niece loves anything girly. Where are we gonna put it? On her eye? Good thing this isn't a real, it's not real. Misty's like, where do you put the bow for the monster? Oh my word. This one reminds me of Plankton a little bit from SpongeBob. This font really reminds me of SpongeBob. You wouldn't believe it, but Mr. Burundi, who is my husband, by the way, for those of you who do not know, that's his nickname. He is an avid fan of the Bob variety, and I can handle SpongeBob on the rare occasion. Alright guys, here is my day 2, and this, whatever we're calling it, masculine e feminine cards. So again, you don't even have to change the color scheme. You can add a bow, you could add some glitter, some Winkostella to make one a little bit more feminine than the other. Use their favorite colors. Sorry, I'm adjusting his little bow tie. So yeah, I think they both turned out really, really sweet. As always, links will be down below and over at my blog, as well as the PDF tutorial for this one. Make sure you leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think of these little cards or this little series, if it's something that you would like me to continue down the road. So make sure you're following me on social media to get updates of when I post, etc. Thanks so much. I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you around. And I will see you on Friday. Bye for now.